Hello everybody, welcome to the IV. The vibes out here are going crazy. We're going in. So, first things first, we're doing things the old-fashioned style here with the rambling. But also, I have some bad news, but before anything, there is a community post posted up right now, been posted for a couple of days now, about a Q&A video I'm doing here about the next month or so. I just want to get as many comments, as many questions as possible before doing the video, so that's why I have not made the video yet. I don't think there's really a whole lot of activity going on it, but if you have any questions for me, just go ahead and go over there. Your name will be anonymous in the video, so don't worry about that. Anyway, we'll get on to the elephant in the room. I did shave, cleaned up a little bit. I did get a new tattoo. And I know it kind of looks like it literally just got done. So like you're seeing literally straight up like the after effects. So it's not really completely done yet. It's not completely finished yet. It is lilies, like the actual flower for my sister Lily. But I have to go back for like another 2-hour session to get the fillers and the shading and all that. I just didn't have time to sit through all that today, so I went ahead and told him I can only do an hour and a half today. So that's what we did. So I already got that part done, and we'll be going back for another part. But I have some bad news, and I share this hopefully if you are a person, mostly a woman who is struggling with this, please seek help like immediately. And yeah, so we'll just hop right into it. So roughly on Monday afternoon, Mackenzie was, obviously she does a yearly eye exam because she does wear glasses, so she basically regularly sees the eye doctor. And on the 4th of July, she was seeing double vision, so she went ahead and waited a week to see if it went away at all. And unfortunately it did not, so she went ahead and made an early checkup with her eye doctor a couple months prior, or a couple months before her original eye doctor appointment. So she got in there on Monday, and I was brought into the room halfway through her appointment, and basically everybody was crying. They're all in a bad mood. Well, she was crying, the doctor wasn't, but he sat me down, told me what's going on, said that there was her optic nerve was swollen, so that's why she was seeing double vision, and they believed it was neurological. So we were instantly transported to the ER, about in a city roughly like 40 minutes away. And so we went ahead and was in the ER for like 3 hours before, like, obviously they came and got us, but we were put in a hallway, and waited a couple hours before anybody got to us. So by the time somebody got to us, we're already exhausted. Mackenzie's really worried, doesn't know what's going on. And eventually we all got brought to the eye exam. So basically she went and did another eye exam, a bunch of screenings, a bunch of testing, a bunch of scanning, and a bunch of eye tests that would have overwhelmed anybody. So she had been taking eye tests for 3 hours. I mean, we had already been there by 6 hours by the time she got done with the eye test. And basically they believed that all their tests came back as neurological, so they literally could not do anything for us. So at that point in time, we were sent back to the ER to wait for a neurological, or I don't know if they call them physicians, because that's what the guy who helped us was, a physician, but basically came and got her and did an MRI and an MRV. And when she got back from that, about an hour later, we had to wait another hour just for the scans to come back. So we were put into a room sure if we're going to be admitted into the hospital or what was going on. She was just very nervous. We were all like basically knowing something bad was going to happen at this point, because they didn't know what was going on, and they kept trying to get more tests done, kept basically postponing the answer for us. They're like, okay, well, we're gonna have the answer for you in 30 minutes. Well, 3 hours went by, and she's done multiple other tests, and nobody knows what's going on. So we felt very, very hopeless and very bad about the situation. We didn't know what was going on. Mackenzie was crying. She didn't want to have, cancer or MS or some sort of blood clot, because all of that is just very negative and it's very hard to deal with. A blood clot is a little bit easier from what we were told, but it's still, you still have to get procedures done, enable, for people to get in there and get out the blood clot. But basically her scans came back, blood work came back, and what ended up happening was she was diagnosed at 3:38 in the morning, Tuesday morning, that she has IIH. Now, you're gonna have to Google that and say the pronunciation of that diagnosis, because I have literally no idea how to pronounce it. Basically, it is the buildup of fluid, brain fluid and spinal fluid in your brain, and it leaks out and pushes into areas it does not belong. If your body is creating more of this, now they do not know the reason why your body creates more of it, but they see this in fertile women between the ages of 18 to 32. So they don't know if it's because pregnancy weight gain, but they do know that for some reason the white blood cells, whenever you go to fight off an infection, or just you have more white blood cells in your system, for some reason there is a female chemical. Now I don't know what that is called, he told us, but this chemical is only found in women, and it'll basically interact with those white blood cells, tricking your brain into producing more brain fluid, and that fluid goes down your spine. It's a whole thing, but and they don't know the cause of it, they don't understand why, but basically it happens 10 to 15% more to women than men because of that chemical in women's body that will actually interact with the white blood cells and cause it to happen a lot more. So they have no cure for it, they don't understand it, they don't know what it's caused from, but they do have treatments for brain fluid and spine fluid. So she got a spinal tap, or a lumbar puncture at, they called it an LP, but she got an LP done at like 4 a.m. in the morning, and she was in a fetal position and basically got a big needle shoved in her back, and her maple syrup. So it was like your body's maple syrup, like your spine is your tree trunk. They jab that thing into your tree trunk, they get the maple syrup out. Obviously it's the fluid, but the fluid was very clear. They tested the fluid, and the fluid came back good. So basically the best thing that came out of all of this is she will know the signs if this were to ever happen again. But that we also found out that she's 100% healthy in all categories, and that she's looking great, phenomenal, and blood work. So her blood work came back great, no diseases, no high blood sugar, no diabetes, nothing. So she was like, it was all good. She got good. All her health is A plus is what they said. So they're not worried about her long term with this. They don't think that this is gonna happen again, but if it does, obviously there's medication and a procedure that can help and be therapeutic, but there is no cure, so it can always come back. They don't understand why, but basically I was just making the video because we have been up for like 23 hours straight, and we were very nervous once we got the diagnosis and told about what it was. She felt less nervous because that was best case scenario, as serious as it is. It was best case scenario. So she got the lumbar puncture, and she's basically just recovering from that right now. But the whole purpose of making this video is to put eyes for any of you guys who are watching this and you may be feeling, a very strong headache that you've never felt before, loss of vision or blurry vision, go see your eye doctor, go see a neurologist, and figure out what is going on, because a quick MRI and a quick blood work sample is all they really need. She got all the other tests done because her records were not in this city, so she had to get new records for them to base, off of. So basically, like, as serious as the issue was at the time, because we had no idea what it was, it is very easy to treat once you figure out what it is. So, with that being said, if you have any of those symptoms at all, seek professional help, because it was very scary, very sad to see her laying very uncomfortably and hooked up to a bunch of machines, sedated almost, because they gave her IV fentanyl and something else, and she was just very, like, not like even off the wall, she was just out of it, man. She was very exhausted, very sore. She's been recovering now for 2 days because it really hurts her to move her back. I took off work today, man, obviously the day before we were in the hospital, so I took off work to take care of her because, that's what people do. That's what you do for your person. But other than that, man, she's doing good now, and that's all I could pray for, you know what I'm saying? So, again, seek medical help if this ever occurs to you. And, yeah, that's about it. So there is a Q&A in the community post. Got a new tattoo. Not finished yet, so don't call that a finished product, but got a new tattoo and shaved. So hopefully you guys are still able to comment on this video and send your prayers. But last time I got a shave, and actually anytime I get a shave, YouTube turns off my comments because I am a heavier set guy and have quite a bit of a baby face, so they think I'm a little kid whenever every single time I shave. It's like if you guys have been here since OG days, it's kind of like a joke between us, because like it was funny for like 3 months because my face was shaved and I was continuing to shave it all the time. Nobody was able to comment, so it sucked. They kept telling me I was violating community guidelines because no child is able to have comments on. I'm like, bro, I'm literally almost 21, like, come on now. But anyway, that was my story time. Bad times, scary times, but she is okay now. So I'll see you guys the next one, whenever that might be, whenever she recovers. I'll probably have a little bit more free time, but I kind of fit this in. She's sleeping right now, so I was like taking care of a toddler. But I'll see you guys the next one. Peace.